Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to be giving you 5 tips for music majors for college. This is like a survival guide for music majors. Okay, so let's get into it. Tip 1. You want to plan everything as much as possible. If you have everything planned, you want to have your classes planned, your eating planned, your practice for your piano, for whatever you're practicing, if it's instruments, if it's voice, if you're studying, for work, you want to have everything planned, because then it makes it easier to know when you have times available for other things that happen, because your schedule is going to change a little bit. Like if your class changes and your class, maybe the teacher cancels your class for that day, or she's sick or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, something happens, because it's going to change, your schedule's going to change. But if you have it is planned as much as possible, then when on the days that you can do that, you'll be able to do that, and then you'll have extra and you'll be able to see where the extra time is, and you can use that for other extra things that come up throughout the day. Okay. Tip 2. Practice your piano a lot. And what I mean by this is you want to practice your piano a lot so you can be able to pass your basically your piano requirements for your college. Because if you can pass them, you'll be saving yourself money, you'll be saving yourself time, and it's just a useful thing to get done as soon as possible so you don't have to worry about it, and it can be done and off your schedule and plate. For Wartburg College, an example, we had piano basic skills that were a requirement, where we had to do scales, we had to do hymns, because of Lutheran College, we had to do scales, hymns, we had to do repertoire pieces, we had to do harmonization, we had to do chords, we had to do arpeggios, and just last semester I finished my basic skills. But the first semester I was taking freshman year I was taking piano class. Second semester freshman year I took a piano class. But then this last semester I took a piano lesson, which I had to pay extra money for because it was a lesson. And yeah, if you can just get done as soon as possible, then you can save yourself money and time with practicing. And one great way to do that is to practice everything that you need, and don't play anything extra. Just play everything you need to practice so you can get these basic skills done. Okay. Tip 3. Don't forget to go to recitals and concerts, being your own concerts and other concerts and recitals. Most colleges have a certain amount of recital requirements that you go to, so you can observe other people's recitals and their concerts. This helps you learn how to be a good audience member and helps you observe whatever you're doing. If you're observing, say you're a bass player or a bass singer, and you're observing a bass singer doing his recital, it'll give you an insight on his tone quality and his sound, so it can give you an insight on what you might want to sound like, or what you can take from that. Because all these recitals you can take tips and lessons from to help you in your own recitals, like the way they dress, the way they come into the recital, and all of that. Just good tips and lessons, and it's good to support these other students too, and show them support by coming to their recitals. With this, with the time that it is now, and being the way the world is right now, your college may be doing a live stream recitals and live stream concerts. That's what Wartburg College is doing currently. Or you might be doing a thing where you go in person but it's socially distant or something. I'm not sure how your college does it, but you're going to want to figure that out and then go to those and figure out what your requirements are for your recital requirements, so you can get enough recital attendances. Because if you don't do that, you either might have them transferred in the next semester, but you just want to get as many as you need to get so you can get them done. Okay. Tip 4. This may seem kind of obvious, but tip 4 is for you to practice and this isn't piano. This is your main instrument if it's an instrument in a band instrument, or if it's your voice. And most of the time, you need to practice a lot so you can get really good, and so you can pass your freshman or your barriers and your recitals. Because for most colleges, if you don't really pass your barriers, they're gonna have you look into if you really should keep continuing as a music major, or if you should kind of go down a different music major, or go down a different path. And because most of the time, this is just what I've found out, the most of the time for a freshman barrier, you're gonna definitely, it changes for each instrument if it's voice or anything, but for instrumentalists mainly, you're gonna need to know scales, major scales, and maybe minor scales, but definitely major scales, without a doubt, major scales. And then there might be some other skills and exercises that you are working on in your lessons that you will be playing for your recital, or sorry, not recital, but for your your barrier. And most of the time, just so you know, these barriers are usually, it's the say your saxophone, the saxophone faculty, if it's in a normal year, the saxophone faculty, you'll go in the saxophone faculty, or if it's trombone or whatever it is, whatever faculty teaches that or is in that related field will be in there watching and listening to you as you perform, giving you, writing down feedback and tips to give you some insights on how to improve for the next semester, and they'll give you kind of a grading, I believe. And tip 5, you need to get involved. And this is kind of obvious, but you need to get involved in as many things as you can, if it be ensembles, small group things for instrumentalists. Maybe it's a small brass group or a flute quartet or something. And for choir, maybe it's a men's choir, big tenor or soprano, bass, tenor, and alto choir, whatever it is. Or maybe it's a bass thing, or maybe your college has some kind of barbershop quartet, and just get involved so you can get more musical experiences and learn lots of music. And then also, I would suggest getting involved in music organizations, so you can help plan for music events and help with that stuff, so you can know all that things. So if this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and if you found this video helpful, please share it to anyone that you know that could use this video.